mess up things now.
Charlie would be calling you on that 1 minute.
Yeah, I probably ought to turn my laptop on. There,
Great news about
1 minute to
the
go. That thing's slow.
AIM Health.
Good, Jim.
It continues to chug along, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, this thing's old. This thing's about as old as I am.
yeah,
Save city, what, $200,000? It's nice.
yeah. That
And
plus,
rated 0%. No, it was minus one.
for us, it was -3.
Yeah.
All right, that'd be up
The
there.
trust rate was 0. And then it was, sorry.
Oh, we
All
have.
right, you're in charge. Go.
There you go. All right, we're gonna call this meeting the Warsaw Redevelopment to order. See, ask you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Note that Bill Curl and Brad and Mike all have excused absences, but we have a quorum. And the first item up is the approval of minutes. Did you guys have a chance to look those over?
Well, I would suggest we break protocol and let you make the motion since neither Jack nor I were at that meeting.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we were neither there,
I
but,
guess that's
And
right.
I'd be glad to second your motion, but I don't think I should make the motion to approve since I wasn't here. So you
I
can make,
like that.
yeah.
I'll make the motion since I was here at the meeting to accept the minutes as presented.
And I will second that, noting that I was not here, but noting that you approved those minutes, and I fully trust your judgment, and I will approve those as presented.
All right, well, thank you. Well, we have a motion and a second. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
aye.
Okay, and now we have claims, Jeremy?
Well, we have a few. So we have NIPSCO, $254.49. That's for the Marsh property. Quill, $13.39 for office supplies. KDI, $10,642.85. That's for the Main Street Warsaw agreement. Kosciuszko County Recorder, $55. That's for Marsh and the Tech Park plats. Retail Strategies LLC, $45,000. This is the third year of our retail recruitment agreement we signed 3 years ago. So that's the third payment to them. West Hill Development, $42,000. That's the lease agreement on the Shell building. And then 4 Aces Lawn Care is for mowing on Buffalo Street lots in the amount of $600.
Jeremy, I probably ask you this every time I see this lease payment. How much is left on that agreement?
So it'd be the end of this year. So what we got, December, November, October, September,
4 months.
4 months, yeah.
All right. Well, I would motion to approve the claims as presented.
I second.
Okay, Joe has made a motion to approve the claims. Jack has seconded that. So we'll call for the vote. All in favor of approving the claims signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. That's done. And
Jeremy,
we-
as long as we're on this, and it didn't really have anything to do with approving the minutes, because I know we signed a contract with Retail Strategies, but you suggested this is our third and final year with them.
It's the third payment, and it will expire. So this is the third payment of that contract. I don't want to say it expires, but we can continue to renew it, but technically it was a 3-year contract with $45,000 payments, so we're making that third payment. Whether or not we continue to go down that path is a discussion we'll have to have at some time, probably maybe December, maybe early January. We'll look at options to see if we want to continue doing it. Do we feel like it was of value? Do we want to look at other companies that may provide similar services or different services? I think it's important for us to continue to market ourselves on the commercial stage. We just have to determine, are we getting the value we're
Best way to
paying
do
for,
it, yeah.
right? Yeah, what's the best way to do that?
So this satisfies our original obligation to
Yeah.
them. And then at what point does that contract expire?
It'd be December of this
In
year.
December, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I think they kind of, they're not really good about sending out claims, but I think this payment is for this year. And I think they hit me up about it. And I said, well, if you send us an invoice, we'll pay it. But if you don't send me an invoice, I can't pay anything, so.
Do you get any type of like quarterly
Yes.
activity reports from them?
Yes, and I can send you the most recent one. I've thought about sending those to you in the past, but I'm going to be honest, there's not a lot to them.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So it's kind of like, well,
Might not be a bad idea to just put them all together when we have the discussion.
yeah.
And then take a look at it then.
I have quite a few conversations with them. They come back once or twice a year. They were just here probably a month and a half ago, toured Warsaw again, looked at the market. We talk about different businesses that we would like to try to get. Some of they have a lot of relationships with those businesses, but some of them, the way they're franchised, the way they're controlled, it doesn't really matter whether, if you don't have an operator, you have to have an operator that wants to be in Warsaw, right? It's not just, does the company want to be here? Yeah, it's a market so they may be intrigued by our market, they may be willing to look at our market, but then they still have to find someone who's going to operate. Now, there are companies that open and operate their own franchises. Doing both ways, like McDonald's can be franchised or it could be corporate owned. Every company kind of has it different, but there are some that are only franchised.
Well,
So
I know
those are the
big
ones.
thrust of why we did that was obviously the Marsh property.
Mhm.
And having found use for that now, all good. I assume they were also looking at other franchises or retail establishments for our community, not just specifically in that location.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they've done it, and they send us reports. And there's 2 or 3 different events that go on. Like there's a big retail thing out in Las Vegas. There's one in Chicago every year, and they go to those events and they walk around to the vendors and they market the companies that hire them to market. So they market Warsaw to all of those corporations. We have the ability to say, hey, we'd be interested in, Chick-fil-A. Can you go out and market Chick-fil-A for us? We're interested in, whatever, Target, whatever it is. And they will actively market to those individuals on our behalf. They will send me reports back saying, hey, we did meet with them. This is what they said. Here's the challenges, or no, they're not interested because right now they want to focus on this market. And once they've satisfied that, then they may look at other markets. But right now they're focused on, say if it's Indy, like right now they're trying to hit the big markets, Indy and Chicago, and as they saturate those markets, or as they feel like they've hit those markets, then they'll start to look. So we have different conversations about those entities that we tried to market to. Marketplace is a prime example. We send and say, hey, we have this space. Here's the company that operates it. There's space available. Market it. So I wouldn't say that they haven't done anything. Obviously, they have done a lot, and probably some of the people that are located in the marketplace had conversations with them. They don't, if they don't own the property, then they're not necessarily involved in the actual leasing of it. But they're actively out there marketing. Had some conversations about the property north of Coles with them, trying to get that activated in some
So
fashion.
you're actively involved with them and they with you.
Yeah.
So it's not just getting a monthly report. I mean, you are making specific requests and All right, that's good to know.
Usually they'll send me a report, a quarterly report, and then usually I'll review it and then I'll have a conversation back with them. Or they'll call me and say, hey, we're gonna send the report, here's the conversations we've had. Is there something that I can do to help those conversations? Is something they need from me to help the conversation? Is there something that I wanna see them look at that they haven't been looking at? We'll have those conversations about every couple of months.
Do they bring you retailers who are aggressively trying to grow and say, these people want to be like in the Midwest and, or are they pretty much, they focus on your requests?
Both.
Okay,
They know all of the they'll sit there and tell you the ones that are actively searching for space. The ones that are growing, the ones that are adding stores, those are like Ollie's.
sure.
They were aware that Ollie's was looking for a spot, and fortunately for Ollie's, Big Lots went out and they were able to
You
jump
got some
right in.
space, yeah.
And my understanding is I think they bought a lot of those Big Lot leases out. So yeah, they're actively, all those that are like active market seekers, they're always in front of them.
So there's value even in that respect, trying to stay ahead of it, so.
I think there is. I think we just need to maybe have some conversations about what that value is.
Yep.
I do absolutely believe we need to continue to be out there. In absence of being out there, you're not in any circles, right? Like outside of the property owners that are marketing, you don't have a presence. And those property owners aren't going to market Warsaw as a whole. They're only marketing their property, right?
Spot, right?
So I do believe it's of great value for us. The question is going to be, do we feel like they're still the best? Or are there other options? Or are there other entities we should
Right.
look at? Are there better values out there?
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Well, I appreciate the discussion. And I guess the one last thing that, if I remember correctly, there was an option for them to do work downtown, and didn't we not do that?
We did not do that.
Right, which I think was a smart move.
Yeah, I think they have played consultant and kind of an economic development or downtown development consultant for some communities. And for all I know, they could be very, very good at it, but that's a whole different animal than marketing
Yeah,
the whole city, right? And I feel like the things that we have going on with the chamber and Terry
Right.
are going to be more beneficial for us to put our money in those buckets than to pay them.
yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, I appreciate the
Those are good
discussion.
questions, so when I saw that, I thought maybe they would had some value out in the marketplace, I knew they were talking to people.
Well, at least they're active, and you're active with them and continuing to search, so it's not just someone who's after the initial, down at the Marsh property decided, well, we're just gonna ride out our 3-year deal.
Yeah, I'll shoot you just an example, so you'll have one of those reports. I just received one, and so they send me 2 reports. They send me one that could be sent out to the public, which is generic, just says, we had conversations with 3 restaurant groups. We had conversations with a retail group, deals in home goods or whatever. And then they'll send a more detailed version for me that says we had a conversation with blank. So that way the public doesn't say, oh, they're talking to, so-and-so, we're going to get one of those. No, not necessarily. Just because they had a conversation doesn't mean.
Right,
But we can see actively who we're talking to and who we've asked them to talk to and the conversations they've had. Some of them will say, we have reached out to this company 3 times and they are not returning our calls. And that's some of the challenges. Like, we'll say, hey, I want you to target these 3 companies. And they'll reach out to them. And they'll continue to try to reach out to them, but a lot of times they just
yeah,
don't respond.
okay.
Did they have anything to do with the current activity going on in the Marsh property, or no? That was pretty much all in-house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just local,
Okay.
yeah.
How about the retailer, possible retailer that has been announced out east? Do they have any contact with them?
They did, but that contact, so it was, it was a double-edged sword with that. That's why I'm saying, they have, it's hard for me to say because they didn't own either property, right? They don't own the marketplace and they didn't own the other property that they were, pitching to different companies. So yes, they were a part of it in that, from the marketing perspective, but not from the lease side of it, because obviously they didn't own any property.
Right.
So it's, hey, here's some options, and so the one that we talked about that had a developer that could develop that, but it had a price tag of X, right? That we ultimately weren't willing to pay. They were actively marketing that property, which is why a developer came in, and because that developer specifically worked with them across the United States. They had done multiple projects with them, and a lot of these companies will use the same developers because they know what they want, they know how they want it, and they know the structure. So yes and no. So yes, the marketing side, but not necessarily from the development side, because they weren't trying to play developer in that situation.
Well, that's good. Now we can go, I think, go on to new business. I see Aaron's here, which is good. We're gonna award the bid today.
Yes, so we opened bids, and I'll let Aaron kind of talk a little bit about the bid. I'll talk a little bit about the project. He'll talk about the bids, and then the notice of the award, accepting the bid, and then I don't know if they give us a time frame, but so this project is Petro Drive Extension, connecting the two segments of Petro Drive in between Tippy Downs and the car dealerships and the hotel there. The apartment project that went on, that's being built and pretty much done on the south side, was the impetus for this project. As they were looking at building that project, they asked for some assistance, and part of our agreement was that we would finish that section of road. Aaron put the bid docs together, submitted the documents out to bids, and we received 4 bids. So Aaron, if you want to go through that quickly.
Yeah, good afternoon. So, before you, I think it's on, huh? All right. As Jeremy said, we went out to public bid with this project, and we received 4 bids that we opened for, all very competitive bids, ranging in the price from a low bid of $231,763.00 from a Pulver Asphalt Paving, Inc., up to a high bid of $311,888 from Milestone Contractors, LP. We also had bids in there from Fenton Brown and G&G Hauling, as you can see on the letter in the bid tab. We're very pleased. No, I suppose it's important to note, the engineer's estimate for the project was $255,425. So the bids read well, received a low bid below the estimate. The bid was fully responsive, and that might be a new name to you guys, Pulver Asphalt Paving. So we did want to do our due diligence. I've been familiar with them. They do a lot of work in LaGrange County, Noble County, over to DeKalb County. That's where they've usually focused their market at, but they've become interested in the Warsaw market. They did just construct a project for us on Union and Kincaid, a sidewalk project that went very well. So I'm very comfortable with this contractor and have no reason not to recommend that we go with this low bid with Pulver Asphalt Paving for that amount of $231,763. Important to note, we did set a stipulation that this has to be constructed this year. We're basically giving them 60 days, more or less, to get it finished. which probably puts us at the end of the construction season anyway. So that, we're definitely pleased to see that we still got very competitive bids, even giving them
Tight window.
a window of time that some might say, they might have preferred a little longer of a window of time, but that was a condition, and we're sticking to that condition with it.
So yeah, the apartments are pretty much done. They've been hounding us to get this done, so we're trying to get it out and get it completed.
So that was one of our original participatory projects, or,
Yeah. It was always the intent to connect that road,
Yeah.
but there was still a lot of acreage that was kind of undeveloped.
right?
So now and there's still going to be another building that's going to occur on the north side of that road here shortly. But
Yeah, the Trilogy Health is already expanding and has a pretty significant project. They're gonna start here
Yeah.
this fall as well on the north side, and they're gonna put their drive approach off of this new roadway, as well as serve the water system from the water main that you guys recently put in through this same corridor.
yeah, so we're trying to coordinate all of that so that we don't, build a road and then cut into it. But we're doing our best to try to figure that part out.
Clarification, was that bid opened on August 7th
Yes.
at 2:30?
Yes.
Okay. So I thought we opened them at the,
You can, but you
Before work.
can open them anytime as long as you set an advertisement
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
We did a
I thought I
public
remembered
bid
opening.
opening meeting
Yeah.
specific to it. We did it right here in council chambers at that time.
Primarily because we were trying to get this out the door, get it awarded, and get the project working, so.
Okay. All right, I'm just making sure.
Yes.
I remember talking about pole.
We tend to prefer to just schedule the bid openings along with the meeting, just it's convenient and it's documented, but we did take meeting minutes and document it and did it all properly with the requirements of the code. So,
Well, that prepares you for the explanation and everything, so that's good. Okay.
So you have the bid award, so we just need a motion to approve the bid award, and then we'll do the notice to proceed after we get the contract approval, or the approval of the contract and the notice to proceed afterwards.
I move we accept the bid award.
Jack, and I would second that, noting that it is the lowest in the county responsive bid.
Yes, all right, we have a motion and a second. So all in favor of approving the bid per the recommendation signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. The public hearing has to wait a few minutes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't open the public hearing until 4 o'clock.
So, any other items, since we're anxious to move on after this, I'm sure.
The Gecki project's looking good.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah. GACI's going really well. They're they're moving along quickly, and looks like the exterior envelope's definitely going to be closed up and buttoned up before snow flies, and then it'll be all interior, and hopefully early summer they'll be, leasing. Yeah.
How many units are in there, Jeremy?
Just around 80, I think. Yeah, just at 80 or low 80s or high 70s.
Are they pretty much singles? Two bedrooms?
Yeah, there's some 2 bedrooms. I can't remember if there's any 3 bedrooms, but yeah, so there's a pretty good mix there. Millworks, it did get its approval from the state. So the state has approved it, and they'll be working, the regional RDA will be working with Anderson to get that agreement signed and then submitted back for approval at the state. You probably seen an email I sent out about groundbreaking for that project in September, so like mid-September. So hopefully they'll be starting construction on the Millworks project in the next couple of weeks. It'll be exciting to get that one underway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be nice. What is the date of that groundbreaking? Do you remember? You probably don't
I think it was like the 22nd.
remember. Yeah, I gave an email.
Did you send that out, Jeremy?
I did. I sent it to all the Redevelopment Commission members, I believe.
I got it, I just didn't remember the date.
It was like the 22nd or 23rd.
Of September?
September, yeah.
September,
Oh, yeah, here it is, August 8th, September 23rd at 1:30.
September
23rd,
23rd, yeah. Yes, so it'll be exciting so if you can make it, put it on your calendar. It'll be exciting. Get that project underway. Auto cams moving along there.
I saw their sign out there out by the road.
Did you see it? It's just weird to go by Dominick's and see.
No, that's Slade.
That's Slate,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Slate's underway too, yeah.
Yeah, they have their sign up though, too.
Yeah, yeah, they do, yeah, it looks pretty
I
sharp.
didn't see the auto cam sign.
AutoCam is moving along. I know they're working on their design, trying to get their stuff squared away with NIPSCO and all the utilities.
So let's check this here, still a few minutes.
I
Lot
think
going
we're-
on. A lot going on. It's good.
Yeah, we have a lot in process right now.
How's that
Another,
work?
another exciting one, County Road 300 North will be a paved road
Yeah.
here in the near future. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so that's under construction. So I haven't been out there since they went through with the wrecking ball, but
The clearing was messy, but necessary,
Yeah.
and now we're getting a couple of utilities
On the
that
backside
need
of
to
the
still
truck.
get out of the way,
Yeah,
moved,
yeah.
and Bend and Brown
Are they
should be.
leveling it?
Yeah, we'll be cutting down the hill, getting a nice, safe sight distance out there.
yeah,
I haven't been out there in a long
The
time.
only unpaved road in the city will be paved.
soon be paved. Yeah.
I believe it's the only unpaved road in the city.
I believe so, yeah.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure
I
that's.
assume there'll be cuts back there for the truck traffic.
Yeah, yeah, so Patrick Industries will still have their cut back there. I think Banner has a cut off of that as well.
Yeah, they had to come off Polk for a while now,
Yeah.
but they had been using, not
Yeah.
Banner, but whatever, was it? Banner?
Patrick Industries
Yeah,
does, yeah,
They've all have to come down off Polk for now.
yeah.
Okay.
It's exciting.
But it'll be nice to have that done. I know Dustin will be happy because it's the only road that wasn't paved. And we don't really have equipment to take care of gravel roads. It's not something we really do. So he had to rely on other people's help. So really nice to have that done.
We'll have to get him a couple more roads to complain about.
We've got plenty of projects. Bella Augusta's, so those houses, they're working.
started.
They've started, so if you haven't been out there. Park Ridge is building homes, the one out by the airport, they're building them like gangbusters in there.
It wasn't an RDC project, but Airport Road turned out well. It's been now, they finished paving it last week.
Yeah,
Corrected all the subgrade issues and everything out there, and took a little bit of the dip out, so hopefully the road out there is a nice, stable road for many years to come.
So it could function as a runway, is that what you're saying?
The worry is how fast people are maybe choosing to travel down the road now, so it's, I heard back in the day, it might have been an actual race strip, but that was many years ago, but hey, it's a good problem to solve. The police will take care of that issue.
Yeah.
All we can do is make a good road for them out there.
1 minute, Georgie.
Yes, I see that. They're in there.
So yeah, other than that, got a lot of projects. Continue engineering for the roundabout, talking to Parkview about the Mariner Drive extension, and then the park out by the airport, so yeah.
Where the work on that's coming along, I went by. that
Hmm.
the other
Yeah,
day.
they're just, yeah, it went up, not, it went up quick and it really looks sharp
Looks
out
good.
there.
So I was skeptical. but it
How's
looks great.
Propel 30 coming along?
We don't have
We need
enough time.
dollars.
$20.
Yeah, the governor was on, I think Wayne TV talking about 30 and funding, and that's the key issue right now. Discuss tolling as a possible funding mechanism, but it's an expensive project.
Mhm.
The Propel is done. It's been
Pretty good.
Yeah, okay. Well, it is 4 o'clock, so we're gonna have the, open up the public hearing. I'll let you handle that, Jeremy.
Yeah, so we have a public hearing for Resolution 2025-0801. This is establishing the tech park as an allocation area. Like we talked about before, there are certain sections of the tech park that we brought back in 2016 that haven't been developed in order to maximize the investment that we've made out at the tech park. This section we're going to re-up kind of from a time frame standpoint. So it's already in the TIF. We're just re-upping the clock on that TIF for this specific property. And this one is centric to obviously the AutoCAM project that's going to be constructed there, starting construction there soon. So we went through the original resolution at our first meeting and went through the Planning Commission, the City Council, and now it's coming back to you, as is the normal process for creating a TIF district or reallocating a TIF district. So that's what you have before you today, is that final resolution confirming the creation or the reallocation of that district. And this is a public hearing for that, so you do need to open it up for the public hearing.
So we will open up the public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak for or against or have comments?
I'd just like to know if you guys have an itinerary for the meeting.
Yes. You just want an agenda?
And then, if you
Can you come up to the mic, please?
Yes. And if you could state your name for the record.
Hi, guys. My name is Simona. This is my lovely daughter, Alina, and we're new to Warsaw, so thank you guys for allowing us to be here
Welcome.
today. I just wanted to clarify whatever he was talking about with the tech part, and I appreciate getting the agenda.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for coming. Is that the extent of your comments? Pretty much?
Yeah, I just didn't hear
Okay,
what you were saying.
all right. And if ever you have questions, they're here.
Yeah, so just, so we have TIF districts, and this property is in a TIF district. We put it in a TIF district in 2015, 16, sometime around there. It has yet to develop. Because it hasn't developed, we are reallocating that district, which basically sets the time frame to extend it to the full 25 years, because we have a project that's going to be built there in the next 12 months. The tech park is on 30, US 30, and 200 West. So that intersection of 30 and 200 West on the north side will have a new manufacturing company there, AutoCAM Medical, that will be building a new facility there. And this process allows us to create this allocation area as part of that TIF district.
TIF as in, is it an acronym? Does that stand for something?
Yes, TIF stands for Tax Increment Financing.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other comments? Anybody have comments for or against the project? If not, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing portion.
Yeah, you just close it.
Okay, I'll just,
So Jeremy, the question I have, just technically, is this allocation area the 90 acres, or is that?
Yes.
Okay. got it.
Yeah, so I'm re-upping that 90 acres that has not, we put the road through it, but we don't have any projects there yet. Green marks on the other side, we're not, so it'd just be the original acreage we bought from Curlin property, yeah.
Right. So that basically, like you said, it resets.
Resets the clock on it.
Yeah.
So we can maximize financially from this project for the next 25
So
years.
if it's not been developed,
If it's not been developed or nothing's transpired, there might be some residual increase in the value of the property, but it's small potatoes based
undeveloped, yeah.
undeveloped,
Yeah,
yeah.
got it. All right. Well, I don't know why we wouldn't reallocate that. I'd make a motion to approve resolution 2025-0801.
Second.
Joe's made a motion, Jack has seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, it is passed.
Yep, and that's all we have.
All right, I have a meeting in Fort Wayne I've got to get to. They all know about it, so I'll entertain if everybody can talk afterwards, but I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right. Thank you. And thank you very much for showing up today. We appreciate it, for bringing your lovely daughter. She might be sitting up here someday. Good.
There is a council meeting at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, could I make a comment for something else, or am I losing line here?
No, you can make it up.
It only takes 2
Oh,
seconds.
come on up closer. Come on up.
Yeah, so,
Don't make it
you
so
guys
formal.
may have covered some